I'm Julia Fuel and I'm the founder of New Frontiers. I set up New Frontiers in 1993 when some of you were perhaps only just born. But since that time we've managed to place more than 40,000 people into temporary, permanent and contract jobs across the UK and even overseas in all different sectors and at different levels. So I'm really proud of that achievement. I'm also very proud to have worked with a team of dedicated recruitment professionals who really care about their jobs, who are very passionate about recruiting people into the travel industry, and I thought it would be good to share with you, and so that you could meet them, some of their views on recruitment in travel.
Hi, my name's Jose. I'm General Manager at New Frontiers. I've been with New Frontiers for just over 16 years, starting in recruitment, and I've progressed up through the ranks and obviously now General Manager.
Hi, my name is Daria and I work at New Frontiers Travel Recruitment. I work on the leisure department. Previous to that I used to work as an account manager for a travel company and as a contract manager.
Hi, my name's Ellie and I work at New Frontiers. I decided to move into recruitment after graduating university.
My name's Elena Kitori. I am Head of Tour Operations and International Recruitment at New Frontiers, where I've been lucky to be with the company now coming up to my 7th year.
Hi, I'm Tony Rasumi. I am the Head of Sales and Leisure Recruitment. I've been at New Frontiers just over 13 years now. Thoroughly enjoy working within the travel industry. It's a very fast-paced, dynamic industry.
My typical day as a leisure recruitment consultant consists of it's mainly talking to candidates, matching them to existing jobs, setting up interviews. It's really exciting when you get the right person for the right role. It's even more exciting when you get the offer for the person and you speak to them, and I normally get as excited as the candidate, to be completely honest, or more. So it's a really rewarding job if you get the really good results towards the end of the day.
So my typical day at New Frontiers would consist of firstly trying to source new candidates from CVs we've been sent, or looking on the job boards for anyone new that's logged on and contacting them, trying to find out what they're looking for, if we might have something that would fit them or if we can find something that might fit them. If we get any new jobs on, then trying to source someone suitable for that job, contacting anyone we've already spoken to, trying to keep in contact with them so they keep coming back to us, anything new that we might have for them at that particular time. Contacting new clients, trying to generate some new jobs for our existing candidates, finding out if we can help them in any way.
At New Frontiers, no 2 days are the same. I love absolutely what I do. I'm dealing on the leisure side, which means that I am dealing from operations to language specialist positions, inbound roles, executive positions, contract positions, international positions, sales positions, business development. So there really is no 2 days are the same. It's great dealing with a varied calibre of candidates that are coming through and that are seeking new opportunities as well, and to be able to help and support them as well.
The types of companies and the jobs I work on are, it can be a small company and it can be a sales consultant. It can be a large company where they're looking for marketing people, they might be looking for product people, they might be looking for contracting people. I also work with big wholesaling companies. A lot of companies look for people with different languages. Just recently I've been recruiting quite a lot for German speakers. There can be companies based in London, but I also recruit around Surrey and some of the companies up north in Manchester.
The type of job roles that I recruit for is at all levels, whether it's in an airline, a tour operator, a cruise company, an OTA, all areas within the travel industry really. Product, sales, marketing, accounting, senior level, mid-level, junior level, basically anything in the travel industry, we can cover it.
CVs that we currently receive at the moment at New Frontiers are varied. They come through in Word and PDF format. Best CVs for us to work on are Word format, so we do ask all candidates if they can rechange their CVs into a Word format, as we do take out all personal information of a candidate, which can be quite challenging from a PDF format. We also get CVs that come through, and sometimes some great candidates forget to actually bullet point their skills, which is hard for us to pick up on, obviously, unless we give the candidate a call. We don't want to miss out on candidates applying to positions, so I would advise all candidates, read the job before you apply for it and bullet point your skills that match up to the client's requirements as well.
Candidates seeking leisure jobs should always remember to put all the destinations that they have personally visited, travelled. It is so important, and for so many roles I'm actually currently recruiting for, I work very closely with one of my clients, and they constantly looking for people very well travelled, with great sales skills, but they don't actually need to have previous travel industry experience. So that is very important from my side, from my point of view.
I would say most importantly, always put your most recent job at the top, because I think people often look over CVs like that because you just see the job they've done, I don't know, back in the 90s or something, and you're like, oh, that's not relevant. And always put your work history first and your education after that, because I think work history is, especially in the travel industry, is probably one of the most important things. Make it a really clear format, don't make it too fancy, too hard to read, anything like that.
With candidates, have to bear in mind that their CV is actually their entry into a client. I mean, clients will receive several CVs, so they literally will scan these CVs, and if it's not jumping out at them, the keywords, they may be dismissed even though they have the relevant experience. So my advice to candidates is, look at the actual job spec or the actual role that's being advertised. Look at your CV as well before you send it. Tailor it if you need to. Also, your travel portfolio is very helpful, so obviously that shows clients where you have been to, which displays product knowledge. Also, in terms of your experience, do put it on the CV. There is a myth that CV should only be 2 pages long. Even if the CV is 3 or 4 pages long, but covers the main points, that is essentially what's going to help secure an interview.
Every day at New Frontiers is a busy day. Currently we're receiving well over 1,000 CVs in application for the roles that we've got advertised. These are not all individual applications, some people obviously applying for more than one position. In 2015 we registered well over 1,000 roles, and for every third interview we set up, we place somebody into a new job. Works out approximately more than one person per day getting placed into a new job by New Frontiers, and it's a statistic that's carrying on in 2016, and I'm sure we're going to carry on and do better in the future.
3 things that I would give for my top tips for all candidates going through to interviews is definitely read the job that you're going forward for. Make sure you understand what your consultant has discussed with you and that you understand the job specifications completely. If there's anything you're not sure of, you have to pick up the phone and communicate with your consultant, because that is what we are here for. We're here to help and support you to understand the job that you're going forward for. Also, make sure that you're researching the company that you're going forward for. This is so important, and it's common courtesy as well to understand the role that you're going forward for, the company, the structure of the company, how long they've been established for, and exactly what they do in the travel industry and their target audience. Finally, I would definitely thank the interviewer for taking time to see you and giving you the opportunity as well in meeting with you. Try and get some form of connection with the interviewer that you're actually meeting with and ask questions about the team. So make sure that you're also engaging in the interview and asking questions as well, because it's got to be a 2-way interview process.
Definitely do the research, make sure that you know who you're going to be interviewed by. Try to speak slow and clear. Give the right answers, dress appropriately, and make sure that you're on time. Obviously, no one wants anyone to be late.
My advice to candidates in an interview: 1, research. Always do your research. Obviously, if you do not do your research, that will show a client that you're not 100% interested in them, you don't know their business. Secondly, answer all the questions that they ask you to the best of your ability. If you could give examples of your work or scenarios, that is a big benefit as well. If you don't understand the question, you can say to the client, look, I didn't quite understand that, and they may rephrase it to you. It won't go against you. And thirdly, at the end of the interview, always thank the interviewer for their time. Try and not close them, but try and sort of find out what the next stage is, whether it be another interview, express your interest, and leave it on a positive note.
So important things for candidates to do and remember in interviews from feedbacks from clients. Well, I think always prepare yourself on the company, go on the website, find out if they're in any news articles, anything like that. Because I mean, generally they will ask you something about what they know about the company, and equally prepare yourself on the job role. We often send out job specs and, speak to the consultant about what they know, what the role entails and stuff, and be prepared for any questions they might ask you and how what they're looking for relates to your skills that you have. I think always dress professionally. Even if it says casual, I would always go smarter. Don't ask about the salary in the interview itself. Don't be late. I think that's a massive one. And if you can't make it for some reason, then always let your consultant know, because just not turning up is just not good. I mean, if it's for a genuine reason, then they're likely to invite you back for another interview. If you just don't turn up, then they're probably not going to want to see you again. I think that's really key.
After placing people in travel jobs, New Frontiers sends questionnaires to each and every person to ascertain their recruitment journey. The information that we've received from these surveys is very interesting. The industry average is for every 6 interviews that somebody attends, 1 job offer takes place. New Frontiers, our statistics are actually a lot better than that. For every 3 interviews, a job offer takes place. We find that the recruitment journey is quite quick through New Frontiers. The average time for somebody getting a job from starting to look, average time is 7 weeks. New Frontiers, it's more like 3 weeks.
I mean, obviously every company has a different process, which obviously we have to respect, depending on I suppose their culture, the company size, and how they conduct the interview, depending on the role. My advice to clients is, if there's someone you really like, and you feel they're right for the role, don't delay, because chances are they will be snapped up by one of your competitors or another company, especially with talent at the moment being so elusive. It's normally the person who responds the quickest who secures the person. Speed is the essence, feedback, and also if someone's not quite right, sort of constructive feedback for us as well. So maybe we need to realign our search, maybe look at different type of people. So that, the more you work with us, the more you interact with us, will assist us in finding the right people.
So a reoccurring issue we see with some clients we recruit for is that they take too long to come back on CVs, or certain people we send over. And when that happens, often, if it's a good candidate where there isn't loads of them, then they get snapped up by someone else, or someone else wants to see them, and then it's likely, if they're good enough, then they're going to be offered the job there. So we do see that happen quite a lot, and then they come back and they say, I want to see them, and it's too late. And that is unfortunate, but if you want someone enough, then you have to be fast.
Every one of our clients will recruit very differently within the travel industry, based on different skill sector and also individuals' personalities, and rightly so. When they come through to us as well, we have to understand exactly what you're recruiting for, and we need as much communication as possible for you, as we want to feel as part of your actual recruitment team. We need to understand also from you as well how the team works, anything that's taken place at the moment which may affect a new person coming in or make them, until they settle into the actual role. What we want to remind all clients as well is that we do shortlist all the best candidates through to you. So you may see 1, you may see 2, or you may see 4 CVs that come through, but we do shortlist those best CVs for you. And if you hang around and you want to shop for another candidate, you may lose out on that best candidate that you've originally seen, and that's happened so many times recently, because the great candidates will get snapped up by your competitors as well. Best thing about my job is really making a difference to people and their home life. I think some of us sometimes forget the big difference that you can actually make to a candidate's life at home, especially when we have candidates that come through that have been out of the industry for a year and a half. I've experienced many candidates that I've helped back into the travel industry, some who have been really low in confidence, and they feel because they've got the knockbacks, unfortunately it's nature's call that your confidence does go zero, rock bottom. And this is where we're here to help. You know, we do bring our candidates in, we do prepare them, and it's engaging with the candidate to find out where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are, to help them prepare for the interview. A personal experience of mine, which I'll never forget, is helping somebody that has been out of the industry for nearly 2 years. He felt a failure to his family, bringing him in, preparing him, giving him the confidence to reassure him, really. You know, your CV's done the work in securing you the interview. Now you have to complete the whole process. It's down to you, and giving him that confidence and a bit and knowledge, really, to know that he can do it. And then 3 months later, well, he'd got the job.
What I enjoy about my job is, I suppose, making a difference. Difference is you're finding good personnel or talent for a company, for allowing them to grow and meet their objectives. You're helping candidates maybe first time into their role, or making the next step up in their progression. You know, it's because the industry is quite close knit as well. Sometimes you see a candidate you've placed with them become your client, and vice versa. Your client then might become a candidate. I mean, over the years, I've developed some very good relationships with people, sort of friendships as well, which, you know, is invaluable, really. And yeah, you know, it's good to know that you're making a difference.